Hey everyone, today is new guitar day, and it's not for me, it's for a buddy of mine. So I have a buddy, his name is Skip. Skip's always doing nice things for everybody. I once mentioned to him that the Foo Fighters are coming. I'm thinking about going because I love the Foo Fighters. He bought me tickets and rented a limousine. You know, somebody who owns a restaurant like him, a beautiful diner. I'm gonna give him a plug, Chase's Diner, if you're in the Chandler, Arizona area. I can't even name all the nice things he's done for me just in the last year, much less the last few years, because they're so frequent. Last week I was having a meeting with some of the guys from Paul Reed Smith, and we went to his diner. And when Skip saw us, he wouldn't let us pay, and then he gave us mugs. But when we were talking, us and the Paul Reed Smith guys and Skip, he was talking about his arthritis, and he's been taking lessons at my lesson academy for many years, and he's recently switched in the last less than a year to ukulele because of his hands. And I know it's because of the fatigue of playing guitar, and I think he likes the acoustic more than the electric, but the acoustics are so hard on your hands. I know he likes this guitar. He saw it once and he was mentioning it, so I went ahead and bought it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so it's easier for him to play, because there's a lot of things I like about this guitar for him. It's the guitar I would have picked for him. First, it's a lag guitar. It's got a very small neck, in fact, smaller than a Fender Stratocaster neck. Very thin. Guitars like this, Ibanez, Takamine, all have very small necks. So that's going to help your hands a lot with the arthritis for gripping. Now, the second thing is, I know what you're thinking, we're going to set it up, but we're going to do something different. I think the inkling that most people have is it has 12 gauge strings, and we would take it to 11s or 10s. By decreasing the gauge, you would then make it easier to push down. This is true, however, smaller strings kind of buzz more. But more importantly, if I took this to 10 gauge strings, my issue would be it's already kind of a mid-rangey kind of guitar. And it's not very loud, and it would then just be chimey and brittle, and it wouldn't sound great. And here's the problem. You know, whether your hands, can play the strings or not, if it doesn't sound good, it's not going to work, because each note, each chord inspires the next chord. Right? And each time you hear it, you just want to keep going, and it just builds that momentum of practice, right? Your enjoyment. So what are we going to do for Skip? Well, we're going to fix this guitar in two ways. One, we're going to improve the way it sounds by warming it up. And two, we're going to make it easier to play by putting silicon steel strings on it. Silicon steel are a hybrid set of strings that are kind of like a classical and kind of like a steel string. So we're going to put this on the guitar, set the guitar up, and give it to him today. And you're going to hang out with me while I do it. We got the Silk and Steel Warm Mellow Tone by Dimarzio. Silver-plated copper windings over a combination of silk and steel results in strings with low tension for easy fingering, reduced string noise. These sets are an ideal choice for parlor-size acoustic guitars and players that prefer a soft feel mellow tone for traditional folk style fingering. And on the chart here, it's kind of cool. See on this chart where it says mellow to bright, it's the most mellow. Now hear that tinking? Hear that? That is the nut. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that. Now, we could sand it out, but again, I don't think that's gonna be the issue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lubricate it. Super easy. And this is Lubricate by Dimarzio. You pick your way you want to say it. Okay, so now that I've restrung it, I think the action is just a little too high. And it's high above the 5th fret. So if it was, the issue was between the nut and the 5th fret, I would probably use the truss rod. But because it's between the 5th fret and the open string, right, of the bridge, I'm going ahead and I'm going to file the bridge down. So what I'm going to do is take my trusty bit drill right here, and I'm going to loosen the strings so that we see it's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and capo it on about the 10th fret. Okay. And so once I capoed it, I'm going to go ahead and pull the pins. And what this will do is allow me to pull the strings off, and they all stay in order. I don't have to worry about them unspooling here or going mess. It'll be clean. It's easy. Okay, so now put the new bridge, now it's filed down, in, and we'll just put the strings back, and they'll go pretty much. And what you'll notice is that the technique, you just put it right where the pen goes and line it back up. Voila. Okay, that did it. She's good to go. Okay, so the guitar's all done and it sounds and plays beautiful. So I know what you're thinking, do you have to make adjustments to the bridge or the truss rod to put silken steels on your acoustic? And the answer is no. 8 out of 10 times, if you just put them on, that's all you'll need. In fact, in this case, if I would have put them on and just left the guitar alone, it actually played a little easier and sounded a little warmer. So it achieved exactly what I wanted without me making adjustments. And now the beautiful part. Today is Skip's guitar lesson or uke lesson. So we're gonna go and hit the shop, and I'm gonna be there. I'm strategically gonna get there so that when he's there today, so I can give him the guitar, and I'm gonna film that. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope he enjoys this guitar. This is my buddy Skip.
Hey, how we doing?
All right, Skip. So the other day. Oh, no, no!
What?
We'll delete that.